EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player, Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its billing. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Granit Xhaka. It's with Petit. Martin Ødegaard. Real chance! Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising. Salah. Here's Isak. Smuggled away. Mo Salah. Salah will know that the pass needed to be slightly better. Theo Hernandez. Granit Xhaka. Luis Diaz. Salah. Losing possession here. Well, sloppy in possession. Isak. And a good take under duress there. Didier Drogba. Vinicius Junior. And support available. Alexander-Arnold. Salah. Here's Isak. Mo Salah. Isak. Well, gifting away possession. Salah. And he's broken free. The high press was on, and that's a fantastic tackle. If you're wondering about stoppage time, 1 minute to be added on. And there it is, the half-time whistle. And so the second half gets underway. Almost a case of the two teams saying to each other, whatever you can do, I can do just as well. Well, play stopped. It is a free kick. Throw-ins given. Vinicius Junior. Martin Ødegaard. Isak. Luis Diaz. Petit taking charge with a tackle. Foul there. Free kick awarded. Isak. Now Mo Salah. And he has options available. And it's with Isak. And they will be awarded a free kick for that. Oh, terrific piece of goalkeeping. And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations.
Well, here it is again. Just look at the quality of the cross. It's inch perfect, and it ends up with a fairly simple finish. Certainly not much the goalkeeper can do about that.
One 0 then. Isak. Mo Salah. Martin Ødegaard. Didier Drogba. Alexander-Arnold. This is Salah. "20 minutes to go in this one. This could be the equaliser. And a goal! Real excitement here. The equaliser. So the ball is rolling again at 1-1. Declan Rice. Now Mo Salah. Well, they're on the scent of something positive, but nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Vinicius Junior. Just 10 minutes to go. Can they forge ahead? He'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. 5 minutes of the 90 still to go, and the teams cannot be separated. And tidily played. Opportunity it is. Oh, they've done it! They've forged ahead, and it might be the goal that gives them victory.
Well, here we can see it again, and no wonder the manager is furious. They just have to get tighter here, deal with the danger, otherwise that's the outcome. Not good enough defensively.
And a double substitution it's going to be. What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Luis Diaz. And the referee has deemed that an additional 4 minutes are in order. Well, showing excellent judgment to intercept. Martin Ødegaard, and that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, the fans are right to expect more. The tempo of their passing was too slow. They were second to the ball too many times and were beaten by the better side today.
Hello, it's great to be with you. And no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. My name is Derek Ray, excited to be bringing you match commentary. And alongside me, my broadcasting partner, Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set. Two good teams, a great playing surface and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
Ruud Gullit. Isaac. Well, he's certainly not alone. Quick thinking to win it back. Lionel Messi. Now, what can Lionel Messi do from here? And under pressure, well, a bit naughty, that challenge, so early in the contest. Interesting to see what the referee's going to do about it. Well, the referee's stamping his authority on the situation. He's decided to book him, Stuart.
Well, you can't get away with that, even this early in the game. That's a bad challenge.
Kevin De Bruyne. And they have possession again. Florian Wirtz. Wirtz. And Diaz has it. Showing good defensive judgment. Individual brilliance. Mo Salah. Well, a good tackle. Williams. Nico Williams. Was it a great clearance? Danger averted for now. Isaac. Federico Valverde. Well, he's given us away. Gullit. Mo Salah. And it's with Isaac. Messi. And snuffing out the danger. Griezmann. William Saliba. De Bruyne now. Declan Rice. There to take it away. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. And with that, the first half draws to a close. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. Valverde. Luis Diaz. On to Kerkez. And Diaz has it. Kevin De Bruyne. Declan Rice. De Bruyne now. Kevin De Bruyne couldn't keep the ball. Valverde. Valverde. Well, sometimes it works out for you, but that was a wretched piece of finishing. Alexander-Arnold. And fed back to the goalkeeper. William Saliba. De Bruyne now. Luis Diaz. Isaac. Messi. Messi. Can he give them the lead? Couldn't grab hold of it. And failed to keep himself onside, unfortunately. They will now make use of the substitutes bench. Virgil van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. Mo Salah. Isaac. Into the final 20 minutes. Valverde. Determined defending. Retaining possession proving difficult. Luis Diaz. Now look at this. They might be able to cash in here. Can they create something? Isaac. And there it is! The deadlock has been broken. We wondered if a goal would arrive. Well, now it has. And will there be a response now? What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Danger averted. 10 minutes to go then. Griezmann. Well, they're attacking, but time is the great enemy. Gullit. Salah. Well, a long-range effort, but no real difficulties for the goalkeeper. Federico Valverde. And unable to keep possession. And tidily played. This could be it! And a goal! They lead by 2 now! And that allows them to breathe a bit more easily.
Well, that's really good awareness of the situation. He just places that beyond the keeper. That's a top-class finish.
Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. So the ball rolling again. And that is going to be that. Well, a tale of woe in terms of the scoreline as far as the visitors are concerned here.
Well, Derek, the fans are right to expect more. The tempo of their passing was too slow. They were second to the ball too many times and were beaten by the better side today.
And a warm welcome on what is a fine day for football. I'm delighted to be able to report. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. Stuart, what are your expectations for today?
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set. Two good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
Franck Ribéry. And moving the ball nicely. I just couldn't play that decisive ball. Foul there. Free kick awarded. Understandably, he wanted to give it a go, but straight at the keeper. Isaac. I must say, this looks promising. Can he put them in front? Oh, that's a magnificent volley! What a thumper! And far from simple to put it away, yet dispatched seemingly with ease. If ever there were a reason to get emotional about a goal, you've just been exposed to it. So the ball rolling again, with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Salah. He's in with a chance. It's still alive. And he gobbles up the second chance. Disappointment for the keeper. No wonder he's asking questions of his defence.
Well, as you can see, the first save is a good one, but they can't react quickly enough to the second ball. The keeper's a bit unlucky, really.
So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. Couldn't find a teammate. Throw in here. Mo Salah. Here's Isak. Salah. And they need to get tighter here. Corner kick forthcoming. Oh, wonderful save.
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
Salah. Alexander-Arnold. And there it is! Another goal! And surely there's no way back from this now.
Well, let's just see again how Alexander-Arnold delivered this cross into such a good area. But how is he allowed that much time and space? He doesn't even have to jump to head it in. It's a good finish, but terrible defending.
Blistering first half display, and just look at that score. Rudhurit. Isak. Clear foul play, and as a result, a free kick forthcoming. Well read to win possession back. Salah. Opportunity, and quite simply, a wonderful chance was squandered. Well, half-time almost upon us, and playing away from home isn't bothering them in the slightest. Stuart, how about your take?
Well, what a first-half performance this has been so far. They look like scoring every time they go forward. The positional rotation, the ability of players to run with the ball, and the passing have been brilliant. Let's hope we see a similar display in the second 45.
Really well played pass. Well, making it simple for the keeper in the end. And so it is, the first half story has been written. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Declan Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Isak. Well, pass after pass, maybe they can chisel an opportunity. Can he finish this? In it goes! Such a complete performance. 4 in front now.
Well, as you can see, this is a wonderful strike. He makes the perfect connection, and he has so much pace on it. It's a great goal.
And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Harry Kane. Ribéry. And the ball is with Girassi. That's a routine take. It's there for him. Oh, again, the frame of the goal. Just the clearance that was needed. Robbed of the ball, Mo Salah. Kane. Virgil van Dijk. Salah. Well, great read there to intercept. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Isak. Mo Salah. Oh, that's fine defensive play. Ribéry. Girassi. Effective challenge. Ribéry. Gullit. Salah. Isak. And played the pass well. Mo Salah. And taken away from Salah. So a throw in here. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. Luis Diaz. And he read it superbly. Harry Kane. Oh, he's through here. And still danger here. And that is that. The referee blows his whistle for full time, and it's a victory for the visitors.
Well, Derek, they were the better team all over the pitch. We saw good individual performances. We saw an attack which was always threatening, and they played really well. What a performance that was today.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. And with kick-off just moments away, we really should be in for a magnificent occasion. It's Argentina, and they take on Jamshedpur.
Well, as is always the case, both teams will look to control the centre of the pitch. Whichever can do that will dominate possession and probably the game. This is going to be key, I think, today.
Intercepted effortlessly. Useful looking position, you've got to say. Plenty of support here. Count. Untidy in possession. Not a poor touch and unable to keep it in play. Throw in to come. Alonso. And it took a little nick before it went over the touchline. So a throw in here. Eze. Müller. Oh, that's a really good run, but a good piece of tidying up. Mbappe. Argentina doing well to regain possession. Camavinga. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Eduardo Camavinga. Now they've lost it. I must say, this looks promising. He's in behind. And a goal! Now they have their opener, and now they can celebrate.
Well, as you can see, he gave the keeper no chance there. He looked so confident, didn't he? That's a cool finish.
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Luis Diaz. Xabi Alonso. Well, with tackling like that, the onus is on the referee to take action, potentially. Well, the referee has taken note of his name and number.
Well, I think he can count himself a bit unlucky there, but it was certainly a foul.
And a big chunk of added time here, a minimum of 5 minutes. Luis Diaz. Mbappe with it. Well, the referee not too happy with the challenge and blows for a free kick. And he does produce the yellow card.
Yeah, and it certainly deserved a yellow. It's a poor challenge, you have to say.
And the free kick caught cleanly by the keeper. That is that for the first half here. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Gerd Müller. And the referee sees that as a foul. Free kick given. Der Kuyt. Müller. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Luis Diaz. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Mbappe. Alonso. Well, moving the ball forward, they might be in business, but the danger averted for now. Well, advantage coming into play, and rightly so. Well, finally, the whistle had to be sounded. Carvajal. Eberechi Eze on the ball. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. Nothing wrong with the idea on the free kick, but the goalkeeper has it. In search of the equaliser. And clears the danger. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gerd Müller. Can he put it away? The threat was there, but no problems now. Müller?
Well, it hasn't been a great performance, but the fans have been brilliant. Just listen to the noise. Can the players respond and find this equaliser?
And they're making a change. Alonso with the clearance. Well, with 5 minutes remaining and just one goal between them, still the prospect of late excitement in this match. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Mbappe. Well, wait, don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 additional minutes. They'll be disappointed with the way that attack ended. And there it is, the full-time whistle here, and it's a victory for the visitors.
Well, Derek, they didn't dominate the game by any means today, but overall they had the better of the chances and just about deserved their win.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It's Jamshedpur taking on Real Madrid.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Well, spot on with that challenge. Well, no stopping him. Camavinga. Mbappe with it. Mbappe. And Stam dealing with the danger. Raul. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Real Madrid have been awarded the free kick. Well, I think he'll be a bit cross with himself based on that free kick. Not the execution he was looking for. Managed to get it out of there. Kylian Mbappe. And the pass deftly cut out. Well, this looks really productive. What can they do from this position? Can they forge ahead? Oh, that is a super save.
Well, he had to finish that, but credit to the goalkeeper. That's a brilliant stop.
Just wanted to get it out of there. Big chance. Raul. And on to King. Went in strongly to win the ball. This is looking threatening. It has to be. And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts off with that cross into the box, just begging for a teammate to get on the end of it. And it's a comfortable finish in the end, which is made to look so easy. It's a lovely goal.
And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Substitution for Real Madrid. So back in business, the ball moving again, and Real with a bit of work ahead of them. Joao Cancelo. Emmanuel Petit. Now Mo Salah. Can he find the right pass? This could level it. And a very good challenge. Kylian Mbappe. Eduardo Camavinga. Real did well to regain control of the ball. Clearly took a touch on the way out of play, so a throw-in to come. Well, we have 30 minutes to go. Salah. Top-class defending. They could level it. And it's in! Beyond the goalkeeper, Real Madrid are level.
Well, here it is again, and what a good build-up this is. Quick, incisive passing, clever movement, and all done at pace, which led to a simple finish. That's a real joy to watch.
Camavinga. And Diaz has it. Eduardo Camavinga. The ball with Rodri. Mbappe. Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in their future? Determined defending. Well, possession ceded. Luis Diaz. Real Madrid doing well to regain possession here. And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Raul. David Ginola.
Well, what a final few minutes we have here. And the fans are certainly playing their part. But
Can he put them in front? Still possibilities. Well, it still could be dangerous. Well, they can bring it out now. Oh, they have it again. Real Madrid have been awarded the free kick. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. And with that, the referee brings this contest to an end. All square here in what was a thoroughly compelling game. Stuart, your analysis.
well, it could have gone either way. I thought both teams were very positive, though, going hammer and tongs from the very start. And I think a draw is probably the fair result.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for expert analysis by my partner Stuart Robson. And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. It's Barcelona, and they take on Jamshedpur.
Well, this should be interesting today. I like the makeup of both teams. They really do have a good balance of attacking and defensive qualities. But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
And that's an important intervention. Kylian Mbappe. Might jump in front. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, you won't see a better connection than this. Hit with such power. What a great goal.
Well, back underway, and that should really shake up Barcelona a bit, you would think. Kylian Mbappe. And Diaz has it. Alphonso Davies. And it's with Hristo Stoichkov. Stoichkov on the ball. And support available. And collected tidily. He had plenty to think about. Well, a successful intervention, winning the ball back. Barcelona now in potentially a dangerous position. Oh, maybe the equaliser. Superb stop. Luis Diaz. Well, he saw the situation developing. Stoichkov. And still danger here. Sound piece of defending. And taking it away. Well, the referee wasn't going to let that go. Alonso. And Diaz has it. Count. That is that for the first half here. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. Di Natale. Promising move from Barcelona, but a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Is this the moment? Well, the keeper has outdone himself. Wonderful save. So, deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Luis Diaz. Well, we have 30 minutes to go. Alphonso Davies. Count. And snuffing out the danger. Andriy Shevchenko. Stoichkov on the ball. Plenty of support here. Kylian Mbappe. And in with a real chance. Oh, good work to deny the opportunity. In it goes! Delighted to be two in front. Things look good for them now.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box, just begging someone to get on the end of it. And then what a great finish as well. Good connection with the ball, leaving the keeper with little chance. It's a great goal.
An inability to keep hold of the ball there. Can he get one back? Quite simply, an opportunity wasted. Easy for the keeper. Dirk Kuyt, really getting stuck in. Real chance! A good and fair challenge. So now a corner. So a personnel change then. Rewarded for that brilliant high press. And so the final whistle here. The visitors come out on top, Stuart.
Well, Derek, they were better than their opponents in all aspects of the game. They defended well enough, they dominated midfield, and they created chances as well. It was a great performance.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting next to me with his tactics charts at the ready is Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. It's Jamshedpur taking on Manchester United.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. And given away. Deciding to give it to the keeper. King. And on to Toure. Rafinha. Seko Fofana. Plenty of support here. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Williams. Ledley King. Toure. Seko Fofana. Isak. Will he find the net? Spectacular save. Top-class goalkeeping. Well, nothing comes of it. And it's with Isak. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Chances on. And still a chance. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Rafinha. Well, he's certainly not alone. Very quick thinking there. Virgil van Dijk. Yaya Toure. Nico Williams. The first half here comes to an end. Into the second half then, and these two sides are locked together. Just can't really choose between them at the moment. It's going to be United's free kick. Yaya Toure. Vincent Kompany. Toure. Well, they're eyeing that final pass, you just feel. Well, the referee allowing advantage to accrue to them. But now it is going to be a free kick after the second infringement. Well, it was on the target, but the keeper up to the task of saving it. And Manchester United might be able to profit here. Corner it is. Managed to get it out of there. More than decent this from United. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? And into the last 30 minutes now. Luis Diaz. Well, taken away. He won the ball. And he keeps going. Well, disappointing end to the move. Kylian Mbappe. And Diaz has it. United have it once again. And a chance to whip it in here. Well, simple for the keeper. Company. Isaac. Dalglish now. Manchester United on the front foot in the closing moments. Can they find a winner? Oh, great defending.
Well, the atmosphere is so tense inside this stadium, but can they find that moment of magic to win this game?
Oh, big chance! Rafinha. And with that, the referee brings this match to an end. And both sides have their moments over the course of the 90 minutes, but it finishes in a stalemate. And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player, Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start, with justifiable cause. It's Jamshedpur facing Real Madrid.
Well, a quick start to the game is all important here today, and I'm sure both managers will have drilled that into the players, but they also have to play with composure and a tactical understanding. It should be a good game.
It is a decent-looking attack here, but really sticking to their task defensively. Real Madrid have been awarded the free kick. Leon Goretzka. Kaká. Rivaldo. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. And that's great work to keep it in play. Real Madrid have given us away. Sound piece of goalkeeping. Leon Goretzka. Johan Cruyff. And in the right position to read it. Goretzka. And the referee felt he had to blow the whistle. Kimpembe. And Garrincha in position to read it. And he's broken free. In it goes! The goal for 1-0, and that changes the dynamic. 1-0 then. Mbappe. Eduardo Camavinga. Alphonso Davies. Kaká. Now Cruyff. And it will be a free kick to Real Madrid. We've been waiting to find out. Now we know a minimum of 3 added minutes here. Alonso. That is that for the first half here. Well, it is advantage Real after the first 45 minutes, but there's a long way from being settled. Kimpembe. Eduardo Camavinga. Getting the ball forward. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Leon Goretzka. Now Kaká. Rivaldo. Johan Cruyff. Goretzka has it now. Patient build-up at the moment. And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. Kylian Mbappe. And take it away. Kaká. Alonso. Goretzka has it now. What can Real do from this position? But timely defending when it mattered. Well, just as well from the defensive point of view that he was able to make that interception. Luis Diaz.
Well, this game is far from over. They'll probably get one more big chance before the end. The crowd certainly think so. Just listen to that noise.
Alphonso Davies. Stam. Kaká. Garrincha. Now with Alonso. Garrincha. Could cross it in here. This could finish it! Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Kylian Mbappe. Well, on the attack, hunting for a late... And there goes the final whistle, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
Well, Derek, it was a poor result, but it was a really tight contest. Both sides had their chances. It could have gone either way, but in the end, they will be disappointed.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. My name is Derek Ray, and ready with his tactics board to provide all the analysis is Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. It's Real Madrid, and they take on Jamshedpur.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set. Two good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
Excellent defending. Rui Costa. McTominay. Opportunity here. Full credit. Wonderful stop. And a simple clearance, a good one. Scott McTominay. Lam. Eusebio. Mbappe. And Diaz has it. Good technique displayed. Well read to ease the pressure. Can he put them in front? And a goal! 1-0 it is. They've been pushing for the opener, and now they have it.
Well, here it is again, and it's really poor defending. They just don't show enough urgency to get tight or make a block, which is why the ball's ended up in the back of their net.
Well, the action underway. Can Real find a response now? He's in here. And it's gone in. Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer.
Well, as you can see, this is absolutely brilliant. He's such a good runner with the ball, and it's a great individual goal. Brilliant from him.
2-0 now, and back underway. And intercepted it. Really inventive stuff from Real here, but it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Camavinga. And the attack fades out. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Well, could pull one back here. And a goal! Not over just yet.
Well, here we can see just how good this goal is. It has everything. Skill, pace and power. There was no stopping him there.
So back underway at 2-1. Tight contest here. That is that for the first half here. So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Eusebio. Well, the timing was perfect. Ball one. Chance to finish. And still a chance. And the attack fizzling out. Eusebio. De Bruyne now. Not forcing the issue. Great composure. Well, I think a classic commentator's curse just then. Couldn't make the ideal pass. Real Madrid regaining possession. This could be the equaliser. And a goal! My goodness, they've changed the course of this game. Level now.
Well, just look at his strength here. He holds off the challenge, he keeps his balance, and he finds the back of the net. It's a wonderful goal.
Well, it has taken a Herculean effort for them to get back to level pegging under these trying circumstances. Well, a long-range efforts, but no real difficulties for the goalkeeper. 20 minutes remaining. Rodri. Here's Mbappe. And that's great work to keep it in play. He read it rather well, Rui Costa. Still level. Real Madrid continue to look for what could be a winner. Kylian Mbappe. And return to Mbappe. Camavinga. Well, he was dreaming of scoring, but ruled offside.
Well, it all happened very quickly, so I wouldn't criticise him too much. At least he was in there.
Well, Real Madrid are going to make the change now. Mbappe? Can they forge ahead? Oh, a smart piece of goalkeeping. And they can't be separated at the moment.
Well, what an important save that is. He's just got his team out of trouble there.
And a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at their supporters.
Well, here's another look, and you can see what a good finish this is. He holds off the defender brilliantly and keeps his composure. That's a great goal.
And so the referee blows for full time and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
Well, Derek, they didn't dominate the game by any means today, but overall they had the better of the chances and just about deserved their win.
And I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary is Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its billing. It's France, and they take on Jamshedpur.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
Couldn't quite hang on. A corner will ensue. And Stam got rid of it. And with that, the attack fizzles out. And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. And it's with Petr Cech. Ronaldinho. Fernando Torres. Mbappe. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Well, keeping it on the ground. Slightly off target, however. Nedved. Ronaldinho. Pavel Nedved. Well, he's certainly not alone. Nedved. Ronaldinho must take the lead here. Well, good clean catch by the keeper. Mbappe. Just wanted to get it out of there. Gareth Bale. See some progress with the ball at his feet. Oh, surely! Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. Can they forge ahead from this corner kick? Let's see. And there is the goal that gives them a well-merited lead. It had been coming.
Well, here it is again, and what a perfect cross into the box this is. Just inviting someone to attack it, which makes it a fairly simple finish in the end. It's a really good goal.
And a big chunk of added time here, a minimum of 5 minutes. Kylian Mbappe. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. Well, moving the ball impressively here. And with that, the first half draws to a close. So back underway here into the second half. Rodri. Now with Kerkez. And Diaz has it. The ball with Rodri. Good use of the ball, but can they trouble the defence? But then the commentator's curse comes into play. Ronaldinho. Nedved. Oh, they've given him too much space. Nedved. And getting in the way of that. Superb defensive play. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Mbappe. Well, there to intercept. Fernando Torres. Rodri. Eduardo Camavinga. Mbappe. Alonso. Mbappe. Bobby Moore. Ronaldinho. Fernando Torres. A quarter of an hour remaining here. Not smooth in possession. Kylian Mbappe. Well, no time to waste. Can they find an equaliser? Oh, you don't want to lose the ball in that position. And a good take. Under duress there.
Well, these fans have been brilliant. Just listen to the noise inside this stadium. Surely this will inspire the players to hang on. What a noise we've got.
Mbappe. Zanetti managed to deal with the threat posed. And that will be all for this game anyway. And defeat for the visitors, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
Well, Derek, certainly not their best performance, was it? Just a little bit off the pace for me, and obviously a disappointing result. But the key thing is they bounce back now, and they can't afford a repeat performance.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray, and adjacent to me in the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. It's Jamshedpur, and they take on Real Madrid.
Well, both teams know they need to start the game well here, try to dominate the midfield area and get their creative players on the ball. This should be an interesting game, I think.
Diaz. Now, options are plenty. Alonso. Xabi Alonso. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Opportunity it is. And it will be a free kick to Real Madrid. Bellingham. Diaz. Can he give them the lead? No, just lacking that little bit of guile. Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Priority was to hang on to the ball. Beckham. Socrates. Oh, they have it again. Mbappe. Now with Alonso. Luis Diaz. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Mbappe. Xabi Alonso. Beckham. Luis Diaz. Dalglish now. An effective challenge. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. Beckham. Luis Diaz. Stam. Socrates. Dalglish now. And Diaz has it. Kerkez. Luis Diaz. And Diaz has it. Camavinga. So half an hour remaining. And good work from Real Madrid. Just failing to hit the target with his pass. And it'll be a throw-in. Substitution time it is here. Mbappe. Return to Mbappe. Pavel Nedved. Really good challenge. Jude Bellingham. Eduardo Camavinga. On the attack, is there to be late drama? Frankie de Jong. Beckham. Nedved. Jairzinho. Eduardo Camavinga. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Jude Bellingham. And back to Bellingham. And he's through here. As a miscue, he'll be kicking himself, Stuart.
Well, it's a poor effort, but he's been given offside, so he's got away with that one.
And that is that, the full-time whistle here, and nothing to separate the two sides at all over 90 minutes. It finishes 0-0. Stuart, your take?
Well, Derek, I was expecting more from both teams. You certainly can't criticise the effort, but there was a real lack of creativity.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray, and my commentary partner here on the gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start with justifiable cause. It's Jamshedpur, and they take on Real Madrid.
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got two good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
Really good challenge. And Real come away with it. Oh, good-looking run.